does it mean, the meaning of me? The meaning of me means, why do I exist? Why did I come into this body? Why did this spirit, soul, whatever you believe in, energy, if you're into science, this energy, which we know as an energy animating this body, came into this body. As you know, you just did that miracle, right? You just did this miracle. Is you can make flesh, you can't make soul. It comes through, right? So it comes from somewhere, which is one of the miracles of women, if not is that portal where soul can come through into a form and then just become this life thing. This cute thing. And as we come into this body, it is the most uncomfortable thing ever, because it's the polarity and the extremes that we experience. Polarity in the extremes means the limitless, infinite, into the finite and limited, which is the body. That's the polarity, and it's painful. You get, this life coming into this thing that is so limited. And we get to hear a little bit, and we get to see a little bit, and we get to smell a little bit, and we can't grasp it all. But we have a sense of it all. Why? Because we are part of it all. It's the drop in the ocean, as Rumi says, right? So we know we come from the ocean. We know we are the ocean. And we're trying to access more of that. And it's so uncomfortable in being in this body, because we feel all the pains and the discomforts, and that's why we escape the body all the time. And we're masters at escapism. Escapism comes in all sorts of forms, right? We call it addictions. I don't like that word. I worked with groups of addicts, and I changed the words, because it's not that. It's just disconnection. Is I don't know how to connect in this body. I don't know how to sit in this body. I don't know how to be in this body. And if I don't know how to be in this body, I don't know how to be in this earth. In this earth. And with another, because I'm not with me either. And it's painful. So, purpose means simply me making sense of me being here. What is the meaning of me? Nature, as we know it, designs every single thing that we see around us, trees, ants, sharks, cats, whatever it is. And every single life form that comes has purpose. Every single one. Creation doesn't create just to create. Creation creates with purpose. Is this ant's purpose is going to be to do this journey 20 times, to bring crumbs of bread 20 times. And that's the purpose of the ant. And that's the purpose of the tree. It has whatever purpose it has. And every single one of us has a single purpose that is completely different than the other. Nobody has the same purpose as you. Nobody. Nothing. And that is the most frightening, lonely thing to accept and to embrace. And that's why we're always looking out there for, what is my purpose? Tell me what's my purpose. Well, this person's doing this. They also do art, so maybe, we're the same, and we're not. Because I'm me and they're them, and we're so different. And every life form has a completely different purpose than the other. And what it means to be on purpose means to be in me as opposed to outside of me. How do I do that? We go back to the polarity. The polarity being the two energies that make me. Everything that exists in life exists in relationship to. There's nothing that exists singularly. Everything is in relationship to. So it's this to this, this to this. And there's the polarity in every single thing you can imagine. We've got the spirit and then the material, the physical, right? Spirit and physical. Yin yang, feminine, masculine, light, dark, head, heart. All of these are the same poles. Different words, aka different symbols, referring to the same poles. And to remove all the meanings from them, if we remove all the meanings, because each one we've associated meanings by now. At this age now, woman means something, and light means something, and dark is not nice, and they're stuck, these meanings in our head. So I like to remove all these meanings and just say orange and green. More neutral.
I associate with meanings.
Yeah, it's more new. You associate with green, and so put the other colors, purple and whatever. But just put out some poles which are neutral don't hold meaning to you, because then you're so much more open to loving on them and accepting them, because you have no choice but to do that. Your life is literally a dance of these two making friends. The oldest relationship in history since the beginnings of time, head and heart, right? So green and orange and green, whatever you want to call it, and both poles have completely different criteria that makes them who they are. So if we speak in heart and head, or feminine and masculine, they both have completely different dynamics and different properties. We know that the heart is the infinite. It dreams infinitely. The heart space is the receiver. It's the one that receives. It's the feminine. She's there to receive whatever you put. It's the one that when she receives just blossoms and gives you so much more. It's a tree, right? Gives you all of that. It's the one that dreams the visions. All your dreams comes from here, right? That's why we say children are full of imagination and dreams, because children are all in the feminine space. Inner child work is feminine work, because children are all in the receiving. I mean, we all know that some children have been parentified, many different, right? Probably a lot of us, because we're here. But children are all in the receiving. That's their job. They're supposed to receive. Mommy and daddy gives. That's the whole point. That's why they're entitled. They don't say thank you. We have to teach them to say thank you, because they're like, you're supposed to give me. I'm a kid. What do you mean? You feed me. You give me stuff, and it's your job, right? And as you the children will receive all of that energy. That's the feminine. And the masculine is the one that creates structure, the one that creates discipline, the one that is building in this word. So you've got the feminine dreaming the visions, what life it wants for you, what your heart tells you, what life it wants for you, what you want to experience in this reality. It tells you, you know it. Here, when you go here, it says, I want to go there and do this thing, and I want to find the love of my life, and I want to have this kid, and I want to go play there, and I want a house on a river or whatever. It tells you, you know. And your masculine, which is here, this one's job is to say, yes, ma'am, and to start executing and building that. Obviously not overnight. That is the dynamic of these two together. When this one is devoted, devotion is the word. The masculine is devoted to the feminine. Feminine sees on the horizon all the vision. She's up there in the mountain and he's there building. He's in the trenches and it's not easy. And all he wants is, do you see what I'm doing? Yeah, I just want you to appreciate it. Yeah, you see that I'm building for you? Okay, thank you. I see it. You're doing great. Thank you. Thank you is huge for a man, because that's the masculine. Right? And allowance for the feminine to be all that she is huge for the feminine. She doesn't like shackles. She doesn't like to be contained in like a box. It's the worst thing for the feminine. It's like, let me be all the crazy that I am. I can't help it. I don't even know why I'm like this. Because that's the feminine. Feminine's wild and chaotic. She's the chaos, he's the order. And together they create in this life all the things that need to create progress. To be on purpose is to have this relationship work hand in hand, like a beautiful relationship between a man and a woman, where she gets to express all the things that she needs and wants and says, and he says to her, what else, baby? As opposed to, oh, you're too much. You want too much from me. All women know that one. I feel too much. Because the heart is too much. The heart has access to the infinite. She is the infinite. The feminine has access to all that there is, all the infinite. She knows that there's more. The word of the feminine, the heart, is more. More. I want more. And the masculine is supposed to be like, okay, more. I can do it. And because she says more, he gets to step up one more step and feel more of himself and more of his strength and more of his power. Because she's the challenge. The more is the challenge to the one step further. We can do better. We can get more. More of you. There's more strength in you. There's more courage in you. There is more abundance in you. There's more ability in you. That's what she's saying. She's the one pulling him towards his greatness. Because she can see it. This relationship I speak of is here. And then it's here. I cannot have this relationship here if I'm not willing to do it here. There's no bypassing. There's no ways around it. We try so many ways around it. I'm going to find the guy who's just going to save me. I'm going to find the woman who's going to save me. It doesn't work that way. And then through one another, what we do through one another is we try and fix this relationship. Right? You're like, yes, I know. Yeah. To be on purpose, meaning when these two work in harmony, are in a beautiful marriage inside. Him and her, my heart and my mind work together, as opposed to my mind working for the voices and the noise outside of there, trying to impress, trying to build, trying to get the cars, do. But it works for her, for my heart, really, and doesn't give a crap about what's happening out there. Something emerges from that, which is called a state of sovereignty. A state of sovereignty. We are sovereign here. Sovereign means you're coming to my land, and this is my kingdom. And in my kingdom, I work for my people. My people being this one here, my heart. And because I work for my people and my heart, I'm able to be full. Because when he and she work together, as opposed to against each other, work together, they are in love. That's what being in love is. I am in love when this one and this one love one another. And they work with one another. And when I am in love, we say I am fulfilled. Full and filled. And when I am full and filled, guess what? I just won't pour. I'm gonna pour. And I'm gonna pour. And I'm gonna pour. Pour what? Everything. Creativity, abundance, all of it. Whatever comes out of me is an expression of love. That's creativity. That's kindness. That's compassion. That's care. That's all of it. And whenever I am in conflict inside, they're fighting him and her, they're not happy. This one's like, shut up, I don't want to hear you. And this one's like, you always forget about me and you don't talk to me and choo. I feel numb well, what happens then is whatever comes out of me is an expression of pain because I'm in pain. There's only two things going on in the world. People walking around either as expressions of love, because they have love here, or as expressions of pain. Because these two don't agree. They're split. It's like going to someone's house, a couple or a married couple, and they're fighting. You don't want to be there. It's really... He's like... Yeah, we all know that. I was like... So, how can I find purpose, meaning this, where to step and where to go, if I'm just trying to freaking figure out what's going on here and I'm in pain, which means I'm just remedying. If I'm in pain, what do? I remedy. I don't want to be in my body. It's painful being in this house. In this land is not fun. So I want to get out. I want to go party, I want to go drink, I want to whatever. Chop, vape, all the things we do. In returning here and doing this work, I'm saying I'm starting to be sovereign. And in sovereignty, the step after that is authenticity. Authenticity is the frequency channel at which truth comes to be expressed. That's what authenticity is. And when truth comes to be expressed through the channel of authenticity in my body, what comes out of me is called art. Because that's what art is. Truth expressed. When truth is expressed through me, it's art. A touch from truth authenticity is art. When someone looks at you from authenticity, it's art. Yes?
So does that mean if someone's suffering a creative block that they're not fully in their authenticity? And if so, like what can they do to in the scope of like creation and art and all that?
I love your question. Can you say it with I? Because then you will receive the answer much more.
Okay. So if I am suffering a creative block,
Yes.
does that mean I'm not fully in my authenticity? And if so, what can I do that I can channel that more clearly and have that clarity?
So if I'm in my creative block, creativity is who? She. If I'm, you want to say, come to my mic. I wish I had another one for you, but
If I'm suffering a creative block, does that mean I'm not fully in my authenticity? And how can I unblock that and stand in my authenticity to have really clear creative expression?
beautiful. If you have a creative block, which is what a lot of artists struggle with, because artists are really they're at the forefront of evolution. They are the first ones showing us where we're going. Really, they show us the vision, they see, because they're so plugged in 24/7 channeling through light, God's light, truth, that they are going through so much. Creativity is the feminine, it's the heart. So if I'm having a block, who's blocking her?
Mine.
He is blocking her. Yes. So they need to sit down. You pull two chairs. You pull two chairs literally in front of you. And you put her here and you put her here and you close the door and we say, we're talking about this, we're fixing it. If you're in a couple or ever been in a couple or you are now, you know that you don't want to go to bed angry at each other. It gets worse the next day. You get to the bottom of it. It's shitty. Nobody wants to do conflict. But you get to the bottom of it so that you can hug each other the next day and you can just open up, right? So getting to the bottom of it is important, which means these two need to have a conversation. This one's job is to protect and provide for this one. The masculine is extremely simple and beautiful.
What do I ask him?
What do you ask him? What?
What's his problem?
Yes. What would she? Oh, there. I'm going to tell you. So now you imagine you've got a her and you've got a him,
Yeah.
right? And she's like, I can't create. I gotta create a block, and I don't feel like I can create, and whatever, right? Which most likely she's not saying. She's probably at some point numb, and she's just like this, not talking to him as women would do, because she's had enough. She's like, I told him, he doesn't listen to me. Anyways, screw him, I hate him, and she's just in the corner, right? So now he's gonna sit there and go like, you want a sandwich? Because that's what men do. And then she's gonna be like, He's like, if you're hungry, what do you want to eat? I don't know. Also what women do. Oh, you want pizza? No. You want salad? No. She's gonna go through a list, the poor guy. And everything is a no, but she's hungry. Eventually, when they pass the, trying to soften the emotional distance, they start talking. And when they start talking, she's just going to express that to him as, I want to create, you're not letting me create. And he's going to be like, yes, I know. I'm blocking you. Why am I blocking you? Is the question, right?
He's gonna ask me that?
He's going to ask her that.
Yeah.
Yeah, they're talking. You're just observing. You know who you are?
Yeah.
The witness. You know when they bring a friend and like, come fix our problems, there's a marital problem, and they bring the auntie and the auntie's like, wow, me again? And she comes and says like, okay, speak to each other, what's going on? Same thing, you just do that. You have them speak to one another. And he's gonna ask her, what's going on? She's gonna say, well, I can't create, you don't let me create, whatever's going on, right? She's emotions. Feminine is amazing at the emotions. Most of the time they don't make sense to us. We're like, okay. And then he's gonna ask, and then he's probably gonna answer her why he's blocking her. And the why usually for a masculine comes from two places only: providing or protecting. I'm not letting you create right now because we need to make money, and I'm trying to get you to figure out stability first. So you can create when we're stable. I'm trying to put a roof over our head, and you're saying I want to go play and make art. Not now.
Exactly.
Yes or no?
Yes.
Yes. Because that's how it works. That is how it works. The masculine's job is to protect and provide, and thank God for him. We wouldn't be able to do anything without him. We've hated on him for so long in the past 5-6 years, the poor masculine. Please come back, we miss you. Very much so. And we have this here. So most of the time, the masculine will want to protect and provide before we get to playing. Think about it this way. You've got a baby now. She's on your lap, which is beautiful and wonderful, and she's enjoying and having the best time of her life. Right now, she's the happiest little human in all of this planet. That's the best. Enjoy it. It doesn't last. And then you're going to spend your whole life trying to go back to that lap, like all of us. But eventually, this baby is going to get up because she's going to get a bit older, and she's going to start jiggling. And she's going to say, I want to go there. And she's going to come down and climb and go and play there, right? And then you're going to let her, obviously, because she's exploring. Now she's like, what is this? What is this? Very nice. And then, every now and then when she's playing over there, she's going to do this. To check that mama's still there. Because if mama's there, aka safety, I can play. If mama's not there, she turns around, mama disappears, she's gonna start screaming and coming back. That's what children do. And that's what we do as human beings. We have one need above the other. The first need we have is safety. In this reality, in this physical reality, we need safety. Safety. And that means to feel stable so that we can play. Yes? So I need to first know that I have a roof over my head, things are going, I have consistency, food's coming, I can provide for myself, I'm safe. Why do I need safety for? So that then I can play and do what my heart wants.